Alright boys, we are back for another commish update vid. No reason to explain it, we all know what this is by now. But before we get started, this video is brought to you by the Superior Light Beer, Michelob Ultra. I've got one cracked open on this fine Wednesday evening. Kind of like when I get off work, I kind of like to come home, settle in, and just get a little bit of liquid courage in me. I just like Michelob. And if you've got a beer in your hand while you're watching this, cheers to you. Yeah, just a little update. Date went well. It went well. Don't have much in common with this girl, but I think I charmed her up a bit. I gave her this squillium charm. I inked. That was fucking stupid. Well, look, we'll kick this off. I just want to say real quick, I was gonna start this video by just spouting a bunch of shit about Pirelli. I was gonna call him a scoundrel, a scumbag, the worst of the worst. But I saw the video today that he posted, and I just thought it was brilliant. I thought it was brilliant. The effort he put in. He's been a great addition to the league. Love him or hate him. Love his tactics, hate his tactics. Regardless, he's involved, and I love it. I love it. You need to chill when you're talking to me, though. Okay, I don't like that shit. But you've definitely made your mark on the league, and you're a lock for Rookie of the Year. Your competition is Michael, though, so it's not like you're not gonna win that. You're totally gonna win it. Shout out to you, Pirelli. I thought the video was great. It was pretty funny. It was actually really funny. So keep that up. I kind of want to see some more of it. And this is a challenge to everyone else in the league. If you've got some content you want to make that's funny, do it. Don't be afraid. Do it. I want to see it. I want to laugh. The more participation in the league, the better. And I think Pirelli is setting an example for all of us to follow. Even the longtime vets in this league. Look to Pirelli. See what he's doing. Maybe you could be like Pirelli. I don't know if you want to be like Pirelli, but maybe you could. You might have to buy a nurse outfit, but if you want to do that, I don't give a fuck. But anyways, I do have one award I want to give out, and it's the Scoundrel of the Week award. I was going to give it to Pirelli, but I'm going to give it to Michael this week. Absolute scoundrel of a performance. But we'll get into that when we get to it. First game that I'll talk about is Rocky versus Garrett. This was a really close one. I picked Barrett. Who the fuck is Barrett? I picked Garrett to win this game, and he did. 119 to 116. This could have gone either way. Rocky's hopes and dreams were left on a kicker, and he crushed them. So again, Rocky, you know what I'm gonna say. There's no need to say it. You know what you need to do, and I have full confidence in you. I like your team. I do like your team. You're sitting at 7th at 3-3. If you can start to put some wins together, back to back, you're going to shoot up the standings. So we'll see what you do next week. Garrett, I mean, just flying on all cylinders. Just fucking buzzing around right now. 5-1, 5 wins off the trot. That's a weird saying, but you've won 5 in a row, I'm pretty sure. And you're in first, where I expected you to be at the start of the season. So the pick guru is back again with another dub. So congrats, Garrett. You're so determined and focused, and I appreciate that, and I respect that. So congrats to you, and we'll see what you do next week. The next game on the list, Kinley versus Team Suicide, or Scoundrel of the Week, Michael Shree. 134 to 109. Kinley gets the win. Kinley moves to 2-4, and he's in 10th now. See, I never thought that Kinley would finish last, and he's starting to separate himself from the last spot. So if he can continue to, put together some wins, he can really challenge for that 6th seed in the playoffs. And I've got confidence in Kinley. I think Kinley is a good shit talker. I think he's also a good fantasy football player. So the success will come. It will come. And, one day your name will be on that trophy. Will it be this year? Probably not. 2-4 is a pretty big hole. But, slow starts happen. Let's see what you can do. Michael, look, dude, Scoundrel of the Week. It is what it is. I just feel bad for you at this point. Like, I really feel bad for you at this point. I can only imagine what you were thinking on draft day, how excited you were, you know, yeah, fuck yeah, you know, I'm going to come into this league and make it my bitch. You've come in this league, and the league has made you her bitch, you know? That's basically what's happened. And I've never seen someone 0-6 in fantasy. I genuinely haven't. I can't think of a single time I have. And you're just breaking all the records. You're like the fucking Lions. The Lions are good now, but the Lions of old. You're like them. Um, I don't even know what to say other than that. I just really hope you get a win at some point, because I'm starting to feel bad for you. I really am. But we'll see what happens next week. Next game was the worst game of the week, Lil Baked Bean versus Scooter Shooters. I'm not going to say anything about how Pirelli keeps playing these teams that don't score points. I'm not going to say it. Pirelli plays teams that don't score points. I'm not going to say it. People are saying. I'm not saying. People are saying that Pirelli plays teams that don't score points. These are what people are saying. I'm not saying it. But this is what people are saying. 94-89. Obviously, anyone that played Scott this week. Actually, is that true? Yeah, it is. Literally everybody would have beaten Scott this week if you played Scott. Every single fucking player in this league. And you know what, Pirelli? I'm going to give you a pass. Loved the vid. I'm not going to talk shit to you. Good win. You're 5-1. You're in second. I'm going to dedicate all my fucking negativity to Scott. All of it. Last week, you fucked me over on a trade. This week, you want to make fun of me because I want to have a fucking potluck? Hold on. Let me talk to you straight right now. What's wrong with a fucking potluck? Tell me. I want you to comment in the comment section down below and give me 5 good fucking reasons why a potluck is gay. Because it's not. It's not. It's cool. You and your friends come, they hang out, smoke a little weed, bring a dish that you cooked or something. Rocky could bring some fucking duck that he killed and made. I don't know. It'd be sick. It'd be sick. And I don't appreciate the words you were saying to me. I don't. So fuck you. And you're going to finish last. That's all I got to say to you, Scott. Next game. Spardella versus Luke. Big time win for Spardella. 162-118. I remember vividly Friday evening when I was shooting the week 5 recap vid. The score was 25-7 Luke, and I still picked Spard. And he proved me right. I think the Tua and the Tyreek connection on Spard's team is absolutely fucking electric. And it could take him to a 3rd championship. It really could. If Tua and Reek stay healthy, there's just no stopping that offense. The Dolphins' offense is just fucking insane. So there's no stopping that, especially when they play the Panthers. So, you know, anytime they have a favorable matchup, which is like every fucking week, Spard is going to eat. So congrats to you, Spard. I'm going to give you an award this week, too. Player of the week. 162, big time win. You're back up to 3rd. So congrats to you, my friend. Luke, on to you. You're kind of struggling this year. I mean, you're still in 6th, so you're still on that very last playoff cut line in 6th place, but you're 3-3, and you're usually a fucking world beater in the regular season, and you've been finding it difficult this year, sitting at 3-3. But you know what I think is going to happen? Sure, you're struggling a little bit, but I think this is good for you, you know, because you think about every sport. Any team that plays in the regular season, whether it's hockey, basketball, soccer, football, well, not soccer because the team with the best record in the league wins the league, but any other normal sport, the team that's usually that regular season team never really wins the big one. Think about the Bruins last year. I'm pretty sure they set a points record, or they had the best record of all time in the regular season in the NHL. They show up to the playoffs and get dicked around. So I feel like if you can put together an average season and make it to the playoffs, you'll have a better chance. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just feel, I mean, think about baseball. The Braves won like over 100 games and got dumped by the Phillies. Maybe you're the Phillies this year. I don't know. You're not going to be the Phillies next week because I'm going to beat you, but maybe that's your path this year, you know? You can't always be the 2010 Indianapolis Colts. You just can't always be that regular season team. So the Marvin Lewis era of your team may be coming to an end, you know? So we'll see what happens. Next game, this was the only game, this next game I'm about to talk about, that I picked wrong this week. I picked Ethan to beat Beam, and I was wrong. Final score 122-118. This was a big win for you, Beam. And I have to say, I got to show respect when respect is earned, and you earned my respect. I've been talking a lot of shit to you about your team, But honestly, wins are wins. You're 4-2. You're in fourth. It's a big time win, especially against somebody that was coming off an absolutely electric performance last week in Ethan. So really big time win. Ethan, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping that you could keep a run going, but honestly, I'm not worried about your team. Your team will be fine. You're sitting at fifth in the playoffs at 3-3. And, I think you'll make the playoffs. And I don't have much to say other than that. Just you can't win them all. You can't win them all. Some weeks you win, some weeks you lose. Pick that head up. Pick that head up. You'll come back. You'll be fine. Last game, myself versus Gunboat. God, this was the game of the week. Kraken versus Gunboat, Pirates of the Caribbean style. It came down to the last minute. I mean, Monday night, I was shitting myself, Cruz. Literally. I had literal stains on my boxers. Like, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was bad. I had to turn the game off. I couldn't fucking watch it. But I was so relieved to win this game. Because if I would have lost this game, oh my God, I would have been 1-5. One game off of Michael, which is terrible. So I really needed this win. But Gunboat, listen to me. This is a flash in the pan. You'll be fine. I think, the move you made for Garrett Wilson was a stroke of genius. Scott's also kind of a retard. But, good trade for you, Gunboat. And I think, you'll bounce back. You're sitting at 8th right now. You've lost 2 in a row. You were 3-1. Now you're 3-3. But I'm not seeing a 3-game losing streak in your future. I'm not. I think you get back in the winning column next week, but we'll get to that in a second. So yeah, that's the recap. We'll kind of take a look at the standings. In 12th place, Shiraman, 0-6. In 11th, Scooter Shooters, 2-4, who, if you look at this now, you wouldn't think, oh, Scott's not going to finish last. He might. He fucking very well might. And remember, Scott, we made a $20 bet on who finishes above me or you. And right now I'm above you now. I've crawled myself out of that hole, and I'm sitting above you in the standings. So you might even have to pay me $20 at the end of the year. Actually, not might, you will. So see you then. In 10th is Kinley at 2-4. In 9th is myself at 2-4. In 8th is Gunboat, 3-3. 7th, Rocky in 7th at 3-3, right on the outside of the playoff line. In 6th, Luke, 3-3. 5th, Ethan, 3-3. 4th, Beam at 4-2. 3rd is Spardella at 4-2. 2nd is Pirelli at 5-1, and then first is G-Man at 5-1. So interesting. We're starting to get some separation from the bottom, but I'm interested to see if we can get some separation at the top between G-Man and Pirelli this week, who play each other. And a perfect segue into my predictions for next week. You take a look. Let's see if I can do this without it logging me out. Thank God. First game, Team Suicide versus Scooter Shooters. So I'm not picking you, Scott. I'm not picking you. I'm just not going to do it. I gave you your shot. I gave you your chance, and you spit in my face. You spit in my fucking face. So I'm not gonna pick you this week. I'm going with Team Suicide. I just think that, who is calling me? I'll swipe up. Swipe up on that real quick. Okay, we're back to it. I'm gonna pick Michael because I just feel bad for him and I want him to get a win. I'm tired of seeing him at the bottom and being all Debbie Downer and shit. So I'm picking Michael. You need to win this game. The projections are not on your side. The projections are 93 to 112, but I think you still need your trades to go through. So that'll probably go up once those trades go through. So Michael gets his first win of the week, or of the season, this upcoming week in week 7. He'll move to 1-6, and Scott will drop to 2-5. Next game is Kinbob versus First Down Syndrome. I really don't know who to pick. I think this game could go either way. It's going to be lights out. This could be a huge point swing, too, because Kinley's 2-4 and in 10th, and Ethan's 3-3 and in 5th. But if Kinley wins this game, I mean, Ethan probably has scored more points, so I don't know. But it could cause a huge ripple effect in the standings, and I want to see that. So I'm going to pick Kinley. No offense, Ethan, but this is just, I'm going to pick Kinbob. I think I'm kind of contradicting myself here because I did say you'd bounce back, but I'm picking Kinley. I'm picking Kinley this week. I just feel like he's going to get on a roll. Next game, Little Baked Bean versus G-Man. Ooh, this one is tasty. Number 1 versus number 2. I really don't know who to pick. I'm going to pick G-Man. You know, I'm going to roll with him. I'm 2-0 picking G-Man. I'm about to be 3-0 picking G-Man. So I think he's going to create some distance at the top of the standings. He's going to move to 6-1. Pirelli will drop to 5-2. Pirelli, you'll be fine. 1 loss is nothing. But I'm going to pick G-Man this week. Next game, Sparty Boy versus Rocky Boy. Another game where I don't know who to pick. I'm going to pick Sparty, though. I just think that Tyreek Tua connection, like I said, is electric. And I don't know who the Dolphins play this week, but whoever they play, they're probably going to get shit on. The Dolphins are... Oh, they play the Chiefs. Nah, Chiefs suck. Dolphins are going to win that game, and Tyreek and Tua are going to be great in that game. So I'm going to pick Spard. He'll move to 5-2 and start to really catch up at the top of the leaderboard there. And Rocky will drop to 3-4 and start to kind of waver there in the middle. I don't know. But next game, Battle of the Former Roommates, soon to be former roommates. Bean Machine and Gumboat. Another game where it could go either way. Hold on, let me get some liquid courage in me before I make this pick. That really is a superior light beer. I'm gonna pick Gumboat. I think he deserves it. I just don't want to see Cruz lose 3 in a row. And I think he deserves a win. And Beam, again, you've earned my respect, but I have to pick somebody, and I'm gonna roll with Gumboat. I just think, you know, Beam Machine is a dumb name, and that's really the basis of my pick. Gumboat is a much better name. And honestly, your Beam, you're not even really a machine. You're more like the little engine that could. You know, that's kind of what you are. That you're the little engine that could, but you're not gonna could this week. You're gonna lose. You'll drop to 4-3. Gumboat will move to 4-3, and he probably might leapfrog you in the standings with that dub. And then finally, last game, myself versus Luke. You know how this is gonna go. I bet on myself every week, so I'm picking myself. I've won 2 in a row. I'm feeling really confident, and if I beat Luke, I'll move to 3-4, and he'll drop to 3-4. And I've scored more points than Luke in the league this season, and Luke's in 6th. So that will put the Kraken, most likely, depending on how these other games turn out, in 6th, back in fucking playoff contention, where I fucking belong. So hopefully that happens, but if it doesn't happen, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. So, fun week last week. It'll be a fun week this week. I really love the energy in this league recently. I think that Beam is a fucking shithouser and just vetoes every trade because he thinks it's funny. He's probably standing or sitting in his room like, kind of like that. That's how I picture Beam. And Pirelli is just a fucking villain. He literally is the Joker. And he should be the Joker for Halloween. You should do that, Pirelli. But shout out to all of you guys. It's always a pleasure, you know, every year in fantasy. It's always a lot of fun. So, good week. I look forward to a good week this week. And with that being said, cheers. Enjoy your Wednesday night. And if you're in Greenville this weekend, say hello to me. Peace.